Hey everyone. Today we're tackling one of the biggest debates in retirement planning. When should you take Social Security and can you take it early at age 62? Now, before we get into it, let me say something up front. What I'm about to share might go against what you've heard before. If you go to Google right now and type in, should I take Social Security at 62? You'll see a wall of articles, calculators, and financial gurus all saying the same thing. Wait as long as you can. And look, that advice isn't wrong, but it's often based on one big assumption, that you don't have enough money saved for retirement. It's a bit of a blanket statement. Most people are undersaved. They need Social Security to do the heavy lifting. But if you've built real wealth, if you've saved well, invested wisely, and planned ahead, then your situation is completely different. The truth is, there are smart, strategic reasons to take Social Security at 62, even if you could afford to wait. That's what we're covering today. 7 reasons to claim at 62, even when you've already achieved financial independence. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future deep dives on retirement income, Social Security, and tax strategy. All right, let's get started. Reason number 1, lock in guaranteed income stream. Taking Social Security at 62 gives you guaranteed income for life, even if you don't need the money right away. It's like switching on a risk-free, inflation-adjusted paycheck from the government. Sure, if you wait, your monthly check will be higher, but claiming early means you start the income flow now. That income is guaranteed. It won't go down when markets crash. It won't disappear if your portfolio takes a hit. For a financially secure retiree, that monthly Social Security check can act like your foundation. Steady income that frees up the rest of your money for flexibility. You can keep your investments growing, spend guilt-free on travel or family, or just enjoy peace of mind. That comes from knowing part of your income is locked in. Social Security is one of the few inflation-adjusted lifetime income streams available. So even if you have millions saved, this is income you can't outlive. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2, flexibility and optionality in your portfolio. When you take Social Security at 62, you gain more control over your assets. Here's what I mean. If you wait until 67 or 70, you'll need to draw from your savings to cover those early retirement years. That can drain your nest egg faster, especially if there are market downturns. But if you claim at 62, you have income coming in. That means your portfolio can stay invested longer. Or you can use it differently. Maybe you will reinvest those dollars for growth, or do strategic Roth conversions, or simply enjoy spending more on travel or hobbies early on in retirement. It's about optional income. You get to choose where your money comes from and when. Flexibility is power in retirement. Social Security at 62 gives you that flexibility. Reason number 3, life is now. Now, this is maybe a bit of my favorite one because I've seen so many people try to live life based on numbers and not so much about life. Okay, so let's talk about something that's less about spreadsheets and more about life. Reason number 3, life is now. If you've worked hard, saved diligently, and planned well, you might ask yourself, what am I waiting for? At 62, many people are still healthy, active, and ready to enjoy travel, hobbies, or family time. Why delay those good years waiting for a bigger Social Security check later? Sure, your monthly payment will be smaller, but you'll get more years to enjoy it. And if you live to age 95 or 85 or 90, those early years may still be the ones where you're healthiest and most active. Remember, money has value, but time is the most valuable asset you have. Taking Social Security early can help you fund those experiences now, when you can really enjoy them. Reason number 4, lock in your benefit before uncertainty hits. We all know the Social Security system is under a lot of pressure. We've heard the talk. Trust fund depletion, possible reforms, maybe higher taxes or adjusted benefits. No one knows exactly how this will play out, but by claiming early, you basically secure your benefit before any potential changes down the road. Plus, the earlier you start receiving benefits, the more years you'll benefit from cost of living adjustments. And beyond government policy, There's personal uncertainty too. Health, markets, or your family. If you wait and something unexpected happens, you could lose years of benefits you never got to enjoy. So claiming early can act as a hedge, a way to lock in that income stream now while you can. Now, quick personal story here. My dad, when he retired, he started collecting Social Security as early as possible at age 62. Now, he thought he might have screwed up because he maybe should have waited to leave a larger survivor check, but he ended up passing away at age 74. Now, if you look at it, he benefited by taking Social Security at 62 because life happens, right? So we want to make sure that we take advantage of that benefit while you can and while you're still here. Reason number 5 is more analytical. Yes, when you claim at 62, your benefit is permanently reduced, roughly 30% less than at full retirement age. But if you've built enough wealth, you can afford that reduction. Think of it this way. If you have, say, $2 million saved, the difference between a $2,000 monthly check versus a $3,000 one may not make or break your plan. In fact, you might use the early checks strategically. You might invest them, offset the withdrawals from your portfolio, or simply spend them guilt-free knowing that your assets continue to grow. The break-even age, the point when waiting pays off, is usually around age 78 to age 80. If your lifestyle, health, or goals suggest you'd rather have income earlier, you're playing a smart game. Taking benefits early isn't about desperation, it's about optimization. When you have high savings, you can treat Social Security as one of several levers, not just your lifeline. Reason number 6, tax, investment, and legacy optimization. Now, this one's for my fellow planners and number nerds out there. Taking Social Security at 62 can open the door to advance tax and estate strategies. Here's how. If you have Social Security income starting early, you may not need large withdrawals from your IRA or 401k right away. That gives you a few options. You could perform Roth conversions at lower tax brackets. You could reduce future required minimum distributions and their tax bite. You can lower your lifetime Medicare premiums. In short, you smooth out your taxable income over time, rather than having a giant spike later. Now, it can work the other way too, so make sure you do some proper planning here. It's also a great way to preserve your portfolio for your heirs. Instead of drawing heavily from tax-deferred accounts, you can live partly off of Social Security and let the investments grow for legacy, or maybe you want to do some charitable giving. And if you want to, you can even invest those early benefits in a separate account to earmark for grandkids or future gifts. Taking at 62 gives you the control over your taxes, over distributions, over legacy. And lastly, reason number 7, spousal and survivor strategies. Finally, reason number 7, if you're married, Social Security isn't just about you. It's about the team. There are smart ways to coordinate benefits between spouses. For example, one spouse, often the lower earner, might claim at 62 to bring income into the household now. The other spouse, the higher earner, can delay until 67 or 70 to maximize the benefit and the future survivor benefit. This split strategy can be powerful. You get income now and you preserve the larger check later, which is especially valuable if you have higher earning spouses that might outlive the others. It's not always about maximizing one benefit. It's about optimizing the household outcome. So if you're married, taking benefits at 62 can be part of the well-coordinated plan. That balances cash flow now and security later. To recap the 7 smart reasons: number 1, lock in guaranteed income now. 2, gain flexibility and optionality with your savings. 3, enjoy life sooner because life is now. 4, secure your benefit before uncertainty hits. 5, you can afford the discount if you've saved well. 6, use it for tax, investment, and legacy optimization. And 7, coordinate benefits with your spouse strategically. Each of these reasons can make claiming at 62 a potentially smarter, intentional move, not a desperate one. Now, let me give you some caveats and cautions. Of course, this isn't a one-size-fits-all. If you keep working while collecting before full retirement age, your benefit could be temporarily reduced because of the earnings test. If you live a long life, say into your 90s, waiting might pay off more in total lifetime benefits. And if your spouse relies heavily on your benefit for survivor income, it may make sense to delay for that higher survivor amount. So always run the numbers, coordinate with your advisor, and make sure your Social Security strategy fits in with your broader plan. So there you have it. 7 smart reasons to take Social Security at 62, even when you have enough saved to wait. It's not about rushing. It's not about trying to get as much or as little as possible. It's about using every lever available to build the retirement you want. One that's flexible, tax smart, and aligned with your goals. If you'd like help running your own Social Security analysis, looking at break-even ages, tax impact, and spousal coordination, my team and I would be happy to help. You can find a link in the description below to book a time with us if that's what you'd like. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate it, and share with someone who is planning their retirement. I'm Vince Oldre, thanks for watching, and here's to smart planning, confident decisions, and a fulfilling retirement.